So I played Dying Light 2 so you wouldn't have to. And a disclaimer I want to put, if you are a Dying Light fan, remember this is me just giving my whole opinion on what I played the game. I played hours of the game. I even have stream footage. I have evidence. I did play it. I bought the game and I played it for y'all just so I can see what people were talking about, because I heard this was going to be one of the biggest game of 2022. I'm like, okay. I mean, I went back and played Dying Light 1 just to make sure, you know, I get the full experience to know exactly what I'm getting into, right? So I'm not if you know me, I'm not a huge JRPG or RPG, whatever these type of games are. I'm not an RPG type of guy, but I know I love looting. That's one thing I know. I love looting. And like, if a game have a good looting system and a good crafting system, you know I'm in. If you know me well, if you've been watching my stream, you know I like that thing. Now with this game, I want to get straight into it. By the title, you already can tell what I'm gonna say, but I wanted to you know, watch the whole video so you can truly know what I'm saying. If you're a Dying Light fan, don't get blinded by being a Dying Light fan. Hear what I'm saying, hear what I, you know, the words that are coming out of my mouth. Don't just run away and, no, he don't like Dying Light, I don't like him. No, don't do that. Hear what I gotta say, you know, to make sure, okay, this is what, like, this, you know, okay, I hear what he's saying, and then you can give your rebuttal in the comments, whatever you gotta do. So I want to get straight into it. My first thing, I want to give some good things I've seen about this game. So one thing I even said in the stream is the graphics look nice. I can't lie, I'm surprised my PC can run it, but graphics look cool. It looks better than the first one, to be honest. Like the scenery, for me, from playing the first one was good. I mean, the first one put the bar up, but this one is pretty good. The scenery is nice. The city look nice. It's looking like, you know, it's been years since the infection, you know, is out. So for me, that's cool. It looks good. Another thing I've seen is the mechanics. I mean, climbing is a thing that, you know, is cool, but I like the mechanics, like jumping over zombies, things that you like, stuff like that you gotta unlock, but I'll talk about that later. But jumping over zombies, you can kick the zombies, you can, you know, the melee, the sliding and the jumping from building to building. If you know how to parkour in this game, like, it takes a while to learn it, but once you learn it and you know how to parkour, it's good. Like, it's actually a good game. It feels good. Like, remember Batman? If you played Batman before, if you know how to glide, even with Spider-Man, if you know how to swing your webs, you know, without hitting any buildings, it's one of those games. It would be cool to, you know, jump everywhere, and, you know, you have your, you know, your flow to it. If you know what I'm saying, if you play Dying Light, you know what I'm saying. Like, you get to you get to jump from building to building. You land on the right spots. You already thought your, you know, your by running, you're already, you know, thinking where you're about to jump, what you're about to do. So that's something cool, I would say, that's in the game, which I liked. In the looting system, I like the looting. That's another thing I like. I really enjoyed the looting here. I mean, for me, if any game have a good looting system like this, you go everywhere, there's something everywhere. As that zombies glitch right there. the zombie just running through the tree. Now, if you have a good looting system, if you can go spots and get things, which for me, here's what I want to say with this game. It does have a good looting system, but if it takes too long to find, the game would get extremely boring. Like, for me, yes, you can play this game casually and look everywhere. It's not that hard. This game is not that hard as the first one. I think the first one's harder, to be honest. I think the first one's a lot harder than this one. I say that because in the first one, you couldn't see your health. Well, you could see your health, but the zombies didn't have a level like that. You know, for me, I think it was the nightmares that was a problem. Nightmares was a huge problem. I think that's what made the game extremely tough. And the enemies, of course, with their weapons made it extremely tough too. But the nightmares were a hard thing. That's something I didn't see too much in this game. At nighttime, you can I guess I'm getting to the bad now, but at nighttime I didn't see the nightmares. What happened to the nightmares? If I'm gonna play the game, at least bring back the nightmares or something harder, you know. It might, unless I'm wrong, I didn't see no nightmares in this game. I didn't see anything at nighttime. Unless I'm wrong, you can go ahead and point it out in the comments, but that's something I didn't see at night. Now, to get more into the bad, I truly hate about this game. I hate the stamina. I hate it, bro. Why do we have a stamina bar? Look, you see that? Did you see that just now? As soon as I brought it up, did you see me trying to climb a ladder and the stamina's going down? Why did they bring that in the game? That ruins the game completely for me. Look at this. That ruined the game. You can't even jump up. Look how fast my stamina went down. Now I know you can upgrade the stamina, but I don't want to. Why can't we just have the game already? Like, I even went back and played the first one. I probably will put that on the screen. The stamina, I had no issue with the stamina. I could climb anything. I could run, I could climb buildings, climb towers without having to deal with stamina cheese. The stamina is a very big issue in this game. I think they shouldn't even bring that in. And this fighting system that they have, you just hit, and then block. I don't know. I find that very boring. Am I wrong about that? You let me know. Again, I don't hate this game, but this part I do hate. This part of the game I hate. I hate it. I don't like the fighting system. I mean, I guess you get to unlock things, but for me, I hate the most thing I hate is the stamina. Look at me climbing right there. You see this? I couldn't even get up to the building because of the stamina. I really hate the stamina. This was a terrible idea. Now I know this game had bugs in the beginning. People were complaining about bugs. I even put some of the scores, some of the comments that people made about this game in the screen, but people talked about bugs. I didn't really experience any bugs, but that was because of day one patch. I know people were so happy about this day one patch, and now look at me trying to climb. Do you see this? Because I climbed on there once and I saw my stamina went down, I climbed right back down just because to restart the stamina. I really hate the stamina. I think that was a terrible idea. I'm sorry, but the stamina is a huge problem. And look, I even have the perk where you get to have a little extra. Oh my god, look at me jumping down. Look at this. I know I'm a noob at this game, but come on. I shouldn't be able to have this hard of it. I played the first game. I shouldn't have that hard of a time climbing. Now, what was I talking about? Was it the fighting system, the unlocking system? I really didn't. I mean, the unlocking system wasn't bad. Another thing I really didn't like about this game was the kick. Why did they change the kick? Why did they change that? Why did they change it to 2 buttons? I really didn't like it. I was trying to figure out how to kick for the longest. I finally figured out because I didn't see the tutorial once. Now I didn't know how to kick, so I had to figure out how to kick because I was so used to the first one. I clicked the button and it didn't work. So that's another thing I really didn't like about this game. And another thing I didn't like about this game was the nighttime system. Why is there a time limit to nighttime? Why can't I survive? There's a to the point where you have to bring these blue little mushrooms out just to survive at night. What? I think that was another terrible idea. Oh my gosh, I think that was another bad idea because why can't I survive at night? Why is that part of the game? That should have been something you at least could have turned off or something. Maybe have that in nightmare mode or when it's in the super hard mode. But I think that was a terrible idea. That was another terrible idea, which I didn't like personally. You let me know what you think about that, but I didn't like it personally. I really didn't see and as I die right there, I mean that was me dying because I was dumb. I should have went in here at night, but I really didn't like that. I really didn't. Another thing I did notice in the game, like I said with the bugs, that's what I was talking about, the bugs. People said that there was a lot of bugs. I didn't really experience that. I had a bug-free game a little bit. The only thing I seen that was weird was me hitting the zombie grabbed me, but he grabbed me like through a wall, and I didn't get to the animation. He was behind the wall, but he was still grabbing me. So small little things that is not a big deal. But let's go back to okay, I can name something else I like. Since I saw the dark part I went to in that room, another thing I actually like is the stealth. I didn't really see that in the first game too much, where you could snap zombies' neck. You can grab them and grab the, their necks and snap it. That's something I didn't see in the first one, which I can say I like in this game. If they would have went more of the stealth approach with the zombies, I would have actually enjoyed the game a lot more. I'm gonna be honest, I would have enjoyed the game a lot more, but they didn't actually. That's not a huge thing, even though it's a little bit of a Far Cry with the stealth system. Excuse me, it's a little bit of a Far Cry, type. But again, I did like it, and again, like I said, I like the loot system too. Another thing I didn't like is the open world. I know you might be saying, okay, then why'd you play the game if you knew it was open world? I didn't like the open. I mean, I played the first one. I didn't really get bored too much of the open world, but I know for a fact with this, I got super bored looking for them inhibitor cheese. That inhibitor is cheese. I don't care what y'all say. Finding that inhibitor is a hack. I don't know why they put that in the game. I really hated that. I'm gonna be honest. I hated the inhibitor. I wish it was some other way to do that, but going in that open world, if you watch me on the stream, it got very boring. The game got extremely boring. I couldn't handle myself. I just couldn't sit there and run around. If they wanted to go a good route, they should have just copied Fallout. Fallout does the open world pretty good, or even Rockstar's open world. They do it pretty good. Their open world is fun. Even me, one thing I've noticed, they didn't really go the extra mile to put a little bit of details. Like inside the game, or the safe zones, you couldn't play little games. Like if I went back inside that safe zone, like there's a little bit of dart in there, like people are playing dart, but I can't play dart. Why? Why not add that in the game? Those are little small things that they could have just put in the game, which other open world did better. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. But the open world was boring. I'm gonna be honest. If it would just went straight to story mode, I mean, I think I would have been, I think I would have liked that a little. No, maybe not, because the first one did it good. It did it pretty good. I wasn't too bored with the open world. I mean, I would get bored here and there, but again, I'm not a RPG guy, so that's why it became super boring. If you like the open world, that's you. Congrats to you. I didn't really enjoy it. I think I had more fun at night. I'll say that. I had way much more fun at night. And daytime is super boring. Running throughout the daytime is so boring, bro. Climbing the towers is another problem. Oh my goodness. Climbing that tower is an issue. If you watch my live stream, you would see how hard it is to just climb a building. And sometimes stuff look like you can climb it, but you really can't. Like, I really didn't like that. Some buildings, it looked like you could grab onto something, but psych, the game says no, so you can't grab onto it. That was a huge problem with that too. Like that right there. Did you see that? I jumped on that thing, but it didn't climb it, which was a problem. And with the stamina being an issue, running away from these zombies are extremely tough. Imagine if they had nightmares with the stamina issue. Wow, it would have been tough, bro. This game would have been tough. If they had nightmares chasing you while you have this stamina issue, you might as well hang up the game, because you would not play it. Because it would have been a huge problem. That's the thing I really didn't like. Look at me jumping right there. You see that? Why didn't I jump on that? You mean tell me that was my fault? I didn't understand that. If I suck, you could go ahead and put it in a comment. It might just be because I suck. Is it because I suck? I think it is because I suck at this game. But I mean, I played the first one. I sucked at it, but I think I had a lot more fun at nighttime here. I had a lot more fun at night. I think being chased by those zombies was a lot more fun. It gave you a little thrill, oh my gosh, I might get caught. But after you master it, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I give it that. Another thing I noticed was I didn't see too much of a variety in the zombie. I mean, I seen one. Actually, I seen a couple, but the zombies weren't a huge, deal. They weren't really a problem. Like in the first one, if you notice, there was a bunch of zombies in the daytime and a bunch of zombies at night. You couldn't really if you go somewhere, there was always a horde somewhere. In this game, if you can go in a spot, there's like 5 zombies in that spot. But that's something, you know, that I noticed in this game. Now to go with the story. If you seen me in the stream, the story wasn't a huge thing to me. I tried to pay attention to it. You know, this guy had a sister, and he was trying to find his sister. To be honest, I wasn't too. If you know me, I love a story game. I really do. If you have a good story, you got me sold. Any game, I don't care if it has the worst mechanics. If you have a good story, you might get me hooked a little bit, you know. But that was the problem with this one. I didn't really get hooked into the story. The first one I actually kind of did. I sat there and I was actually, you know, a little intrigued. You had to balance out the you know, do you want to pick the you know, the people or the organization you working for? Like, that was kind of cool. I'll give them that. The first one did that right, but the second one, I didn't really sit there too long to, you know, I didn't really care about it. I was more ready for the open world. Oh, speaking of the open world, this game had a 2-hour tutorial, almost a 2-hour tutorial. Are you serious? That's what made it so boring. It was that 2-hour tutorial that took forever just to get to the open world. It took forever to get to. I'm thinking that's when I first played, I'm thinking that's the whole game. You just play that one spot, they bring you to one spot and you play it, and they bring you to the next. I thought they took out the open world out, period. If you look at the first game, it didn't happen. Nothing like that happened. The first game, they threw you straight in, and then they gave you some tutorial as you went along. This game took 2 hours in tutorial mode. What? No, that's unacceptable. I think that's unacceptable. That is a huge disappointment right there. So, getting to that, back to the story, I wasn't really into it. It was okay. I didn't really, you know, sit there. Again, I hate this little night part, or this little timer you got. You have to find these little blue UV lights. I didn't really like that, to be honest. I think that was a huge problem. Now, this was the game to be hyped up in 2022, but turns out this game wasn't too good. I mean, for modern gaming standards, yes, it beat out all the other games. All the games that were coming out, I give it that. It beat it out. It did pretty good. If I had to give it modern rating for modern gaming, it would be like a 6. But if I gave it, you know, it's supposed to, like, let's say this came out in 2010, this would have been like a 3 or a 4. It wouldn't be too up there because it got boring. It got very boring. This game got extremely boring. Climbing them towers remind me of Ubisoft, which was so boring. Which remind me of Assassin's Creed, which was so boring. I didn't really enjoy that. Again, like I said, I like the stealth. If they could have put more stealth in the game, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But again, only thing I enjoyed was the looting and the stealth, and, you know, getting my jumping around sometimes. Sometimes I like, if I had the flow to it, jumping around and with the parkour, I really enjoyed it. Nighttime, I enjoyed. They should have had more nighttime type, you know, gameplay. I like running away from zombies. I think that was fun. I think they should have put more of that into. But after that, the game is boring. I don't think it's worth $60. If you're gonna buy this for $60, I don't think it's a good idea. I do not think it's a good idea. I think you would waste $60. I would think wait for the game to be polished and patched, and then you can buy it for like when it's on sale. I don't think it's a good idea to buy it. This game wasn't as good as they made it out to be. Again, I think it's because I'm not too RPG type guy. I didn't really enjoy it. Again, I really enjoy looting. That's another thing. Even though looting didn't seem to be as big as a thing like the first game was. If you would scout with the first game, you could find a lot of things and actually found blueprints. This one you could, but for me, there was a lot more of let's say cigarettes and more of parts that you wouldn't really use too much. But another thing I did notice, I didn't find too much medicine, the little flower for the medicine anymore. That's another thing. At the first part of the game, I was finding them like crazy. but when I got to the open world, I didn't find it too much. So this game is a 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 to me. It's not too good. You guys let me know if you played this game. Let me know what you think. I think it was a bad game. You didn't really have to buy it to know if it was gonna get boring. You could easily just watch somebody and be like, oh, okay, this would have been boring. And look at this immunity cheat. You see the immunity timer? So annoying, bro. I really didn't like the immunity timer. I think it just made it a lot dumb. I think it made it a lot tougher, but it was dumb. I think it was a dumb idea. I don't think they should have put that in the game. Again, this game, you know, it's something you could play. I mean, it's playable for me on PC. I think it was just the consoles that was a problem, but to me, it's done. Like it's good on PC. It worked fine. Although I couldn't. Sometimes I was up at 60. But then if you alt-tab out of the game, you go straight to 30 frames, which is dumb, bruh. Which I didn't enjoy. That's something they need to patch. But those are the minor problems. Again, the looting problem was a problem. Climbing towers was a huge problem. Huge with that stamina. I know you could upgrade the stamina throughout the game, but I'm not waiting that long. I shouldn't have to wait too long to upgrade that stamina. I did see some people play with the grappling hook, which I will play the game just so I can see if I can try it out. But this is what I think. You let me know what you think in the comments. This is all I have for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do what you figure out when playing this game? If you didn't play this game, what do you think about it from watching it or my stream or somebody else? Let me know what you think. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike the video. Even though you can't see it, but don't just dislike. Go ahead and comment what you dislike about the video. What did I say wrong? You can go ahead and correct me. I don't mind. Go ahead and correct me. Tell me what was in there that was you didn't really like. But if you want to support me a little bit more, I do have a Patreon. Do what you gotta do. Thank you again for watching. 400 subs. Thank you. I really appreciate you, and I will have another video maybe later out today or tomorrow. And I'll see you. This is all I had to say about Dying Light 2. Did you think it was a good game? You let me know.